Well, good morning. I hope that we have as much. Guys, I really screwed up. If you're watching this after it already went up and it's not live, I made a mistake. We had a 4+ hour live feed the other night. It was a blast. I had a lot of fun. There was like 400 people there. And I was going through stuff and I accidentally deleted it. And I mean, it was a lot of fun. And I was so upset. It was still getting views. People were commenting on it, enjoying it, and I deleted the entire live feed by accident. 4 hours of video down the tubes. Buddy! What's up, Frank? So I'm actually putting on socks. Yeah, it got deleted. It's okay. It's a live feed. A lot of times people don't watch the live feeds after. What's up? What's up, Jake? I have not added you to the support tile yet. There's 3 people I have to add. I deleted the big long 4 hour live feed that we did Friday night. I did it by accident. I was going through it and I was looking at the stuff and I was trying to add. What I was trying to do was trying to add the new items list that are in it. No, that's not Jake. That's not Jake. No, that's not Jake. Different Jake. Getting Mike drunk was worth it. I felt like shit all day yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. You guys might have enjoyed it, but I felt like shit all day yesterday. How many knives do I have? I have a bunch. I don't even want to try and hazard a guess. I did that one time. You can go back and try and find that video. I did a live feed one time where we unpacked what was in my bedside stand. And there were people that were commenting like, I've been to stores that don't have that many knives. You have those in your bedstand. And then I have the knife case and all that stuff. And you know you're a hillbilly when anytime you have a railing of any sorts, it immediately gets turned into a place to dry laundry. It just happens. I'm a hillbilly. And I have a cuckoo clock. But yeah, we did that once in a live feed. I don't have it anymore. I sold it. I finally got it sold. The full custom Strider, California. Dude, climate change. That may kind of be messy due to all the climate change. Climate change, joke, not real at all. Oh, we're not gonna. Don't be. Hey, you can't put things on there. It gets flagged a conspiracy theory. You can't put anything about that or the coof or the jab. You can't say anything about that stuff. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to moderate live feeds. The DOC, my DOC's out in the garage. I'm making coffee right now. You guys have got to be patient. I haven't had coffee yet. I had to take the coffee pot apart last night. And there's a little thermocouple in all of these things that is meant so if it overheats that it, well, that's just silly. Puro. First cup. Well, I woke up at 2:30 and could not go back to sleep until like almost 5, and then I slept till just now. So, do people look at me like I'm crazy? Look at me. Yes, I look like I'm crazy. It makes sense. So anyway, what I was trying to do, I'll hit the what's Japan like. Actually, I don't have to. Just go back. You can find some of my Japan vlogs. I did like five or 7 videos. I was there for a month, and I filmed pretty much everything me and my wife and kid did with my in-laws. So you go find that, and you can see what it's like for yourself. I love it. I wish I could go back, but right now they're not allowing. If you're not a Japanese passport holder, you cannot go to Japan. So. But at any rate, what I was saying is, The whole reason that I was doing something and I accidentally did. Oh, Jared's here. Hey, Jared. Um, so at any rate, what I was gonna say was, so the reason the video accidentally got deleted was because I was trying to drop in the list that I made. So if you guys look at the description for this video, you'll look down at the bottom, and I've now made, like I said I would, a list of a lot of the things that I use for knife maintenance. There's a stubby bit driver. There's a long handle bit driver. There's Torx bits. All the stuff that I use for knife maintenance, I duplicated as well as I could through Amazon. Most of the stuff I did not get on Amazon. And I also compiled a list of stones that are down there. And so I was trying to, for some reason, I had done it, but it had not. Hey, what's up, Havoc? They had not. It didn't populate in that live feed in the description like it was supposed to. And sometimes that happens. There's settings where you can have stuff that auto populates. Holy crap! Nugget is here from Ireland. What's up, buddy? But it's supposed to auto populate. Sometimes it doesn't. I was trying to drop in that list into that live feed because a lot of people were still watching it, even though it had been over for hours. And unfortunately, when I was in the settings and messing around, I deleted the entire video. So that's how it happened. How could I? I was hung over. I drank like a 12-pack of beer and half a bottle of whiskey. No, I deleted it by accident. No one had anything to do with it. I've had them. I don't think so. When the wife and kid get back, I have to take the kid to the gym. I don't know. My back hurts. I may not be going to the gym. Because you want to talk about something weird? It is. So it's like 64 degrees and trying to rain here. At our old house. No, I didn't vomit. I don't throw up. I know how much that alcohol cost. Throw up and waste that? That's money down the toilet. Jeez. You must be young. I used to dip Copenhagen. And guys would be like I would dip and I was on a ship and guys were like, well, where's your spitter? Where's your spit bottle? I was like, spit? You know how much this shit costs per can? I'll spit that shit out. I swallow it. I was the guy that never, like, I've never taken lunch. I was like, it's because I don't take them out. Copenhagen is fine cut. You just want to swallow most of it. I just keep adding. And they're like, what? I was like, yeah. I would wake up in the middle of the night and put in a dip of Copenhagen and go back to sleep with a dip of Copenhagen in my mouth. So, and that was me. I was that guy for years. And then I met my wife and she, we had been dating for about a month, I'd say. And she's like, look, here's the thing. If you ever want to kiss me again, you got to stop that. And so I started smoking. But to this day, I just thought about it. I thought about the smell and taste of Copenhagen. I got goosebumps. That's how much I love Copenhagen. Like, oh God, like serious goosebumps. Like if someone opens a can of Copenhagen around me, my mouth starts watering. It was the hardest thing. Quitting dipping and then quitting smoking were the hardest things I've ever done in my life. And I quit smoking going on. My wife and I have been married. This year is, today's my wife's birthday. Tell Yuka Princess, happy birthday, baby. I love you. Try to keep yourself out of trouble. No, I quit smoking. The wife and I have been married for 19 years. I quit smoking the year after we got married. So I quit smoking 18-ish years ago. close to 19. We hadn't been married a full year when we quit smoking. She smoked too, and we just realized it was expensive. I quit smoking when it cost us $5, a 500 yen coin, to buy 2 packs of cigarettes. And she smoked a pack a day and I smoked 2. So I would get change. So here's how it worked. I would go I'd go with 1,000 yen to the store, and I would buy 2 packs of cigarettes. And I smoked Japanese cigarettes. They were cheaper and they actually were better. I smoked what were they? I didn't smoke Lucky Strikes. Lucky Sevens. I smoked Lucky Sevens. It was Japanese brand cigarettes. I loved them. They were fucking way better than American cigarettes. They tasted better and they were cheaper. They were like 75 cents cheaper a pack. I'm trying to get out into the garage, guys. I'm sorry here. With our magnetic screen door, we didn't think this out real well. We kept getting bugs in the house because I'm always in the garage. If you don't open the door, the air doesn't move from one side of the house to the other, and the garage gets hot. So I got one of these magnetic screen doors, but the problem is the stove is right there and it sticks to the stove. So yeah, I smoked Lucky Sevens. Lucky 7 lights is what we were smoking when we quit. That and I smoked Marlboro. I did smoke Marlboro menthol lights, but Japanese ones out in town, and they were still cheaper than they were on base. And so that was 18 years ago when I quit. I remember being able to get a carton of cigarettes for $10. I remember when you could buy a pack of cigarettes for $1 and a gallon of gas for 99 cents. Somebody asked me how I felt about the whole Black Rifle Coffee Company thing where they came out and they offended a bunch of their customers. I think that New York Times story was off based. I can't do any of it. I was on base yesterday and I was looking, and it is $100 for a carton of Marlboro Reds. It's $100 per carton. So what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, guys, I built you guys including, I even have hemostats listed. Now, the thing is with the affiliate link, here's how it works. It's going to take you to something. If you go and you find something else, as long as you stay logged in through my affiliate link, it's just like the Ember Shirt Co thing. Once you log in through my affiliate link, if that happens to not be exactly what's one, if you keep searching, I still make money on that, I believe, if I read it correctly. So like I said, I thought the hemostats were, nope, I do not occasionally have a cigarette. I don't smoke tobacco. We all know that I still do partake of other things that we won't mention. I do load the glass trombone with the glass. I load the glass saxophone with some jazz cabbage occasionally. I don't do that near as much as I used to. I curtailed that back. It's any little habit like that's expensive. You got a lot of them in your house, huh? Florida, yeah, there's a lot of them. Quiet, you. Have to start work. All right, cue ball. So, no, I apologize for taking that down. That was an epic live feed. We had a blast. I've had a couple that were like that, where it was just so many people and it was just fun. I don't know whether it was a title or what. I don't want nicotine. The whole thing is, I am that person that if I start utilizing nicotine, I'm going to start smoking again. That's the thing. So I don't need nicotine. I don't need it. I've been nicotine free for 18 years. I don't need to all of a sudden just say, hey, I guess I'll just have a lozenge or I'll use a pouch. No. I have my coffee and that's it. Seriously though, in Florida, what are those great big bugs? I can't remember the name of them. Oh, my wife told me if I ever started smoking it, she'd leave me. and now I look at the price of them. Now that I see the price of them, like I'm like, yeah, it was a good call. I was like, God damn, June bugs, not June bugs. The no, 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 no. They look like they have them in Florida. I wasn't talking to any of you guys. Palmetto bugs, thank you. Those things are fucking huge. Palmetto bugs. That's it, Jared. These, yeah, those guys. They don't know what they're talking about. They're like, they're from up north. They ain't they from down south. They don't know what they're massive. They're huge. They're a flying cockroach. They're like, and when they're flying at you, they look like the size of this knife case. You're like, oh my God. I have a friend that moved to Florida, and he had one of his house, and the cops came because they got a call. He had discharged a firearm. He had one in his house. He shot it, and I wish that I was making it up, but this dude was an idiot, and he actually shot a palmetto bug in his house. He had just moved in. He transferred down there. It's palmetto bugs, those things. He's like, well, I got to tell you a story. He's from Kentucky, and I'm like, what? He's like, well, there's this great big thing in my house. And I was like, oh no. And he's like, you didn't tell me about these bugs down here. He's like, I get in the house, and this motherfucker gets stuck on the wall, and then it flew at me, and I was like, I can't take this. And he said, I pulled out my gun, and I shot it. I was like, Walter, are you serious? Like, yep, I shot a bug in the house. Cops showed up. They was like, what happened? What's going on? We heard reports of shots fired at this address. He said, I told him it's a great big bug. I shot it. It was a 38. I was like, oh my God. Waltrip. That's not his actual name. We call him Waltrip because he just sounds like he should be, Waltrip, like the fake NASCAR driver. That's been his nickname for years because he just sounds like he came off of a racetrack. I have no idea what you're talking about, Greg. I'm gonna start blocking you. That's really starting to just become bothersome. I'm not joking. Like it doesn't translate well as a joke, and I don't find it funny. So just knock it off, or I will start blocking you. I'll put you in timeout. That's one of my options I can do that. Let me see. What can I do? Let's see. I can put the user in timeout for a certain period of time. I used to have to do this with one guy. I didn't want to block him from the channel because it wasn't like he was doing it. I would have to say that I would have to go without a knife because if I go more than like 10 hours without a cup of coffee, I start getting the headaches. I get the bad like migraine, caffeine withdrawals. I don't have bugs. I don't know. He's been talking about something about like moldy bathrooms since I moved in this place. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like none of it is there. I wouldn't have moved in if there was mold and shit here. So, guys, I am going to definitely try and crack into this Civivi as a first impression so I can get this back to Matt. I know that I need to get Jared's knives back to him, but I definitely know that this is Matt's personal carry. California weather's pretty decent. Oh, you know what? I was going to talk about that. The weather here is great. I had a few days last week where it was in the 80s and it would get into the garage and it'd be in the 90s because of the sun hitting and wasn't a lot of air moving. So it did get hot in the garage. It was like 89, 90 degrees in the garage a couple times. I was still able to film. I got a fan and everything. Way better than when I was trying to do it in the yard. But this house, I looked at the weather forecast. Today, it's supposed to be like 73 degrees with scattered rain. My old house is only like 12 miles from here, and it's supposed to be 84 degrees today. And I'm like, what was it? I'll look at it right here. So right now where I'm at, it's supposed to be 72, and we have a chance of rain throughout the day. Starting at noon, there's a 20% chance of rain from noon until 6 p.m. Now my old house, where I used to live in the Spring Valley area, is supposed to be 81 degrees 81 degrees with a chance of rain starting at 9 and then starting at noon and running through 6 p.m. Now, it has gotten hot here a couple days, but it's not unbearable hot because we're close to the ocean. In North Florida here, it's like 85 degrees. I'm pretty sure we got 2 inches of rain today. It is humid today, though. I did look. It's like 87% humidity right now. But like, it's just pretty much. I mean, it's kind of hazy and cloudy this morning, but it's about like that. You can see it did rain last night. I got water spots all over the car. Actually, water spots in the car now. Well, that could be from the sprinklers. My sprinklers run Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Well, and I film in here. I film in here in the garage. It's a controlled environment. The audio seems to be better. They sent me the replacement microphone, but I've noticed that I can control the audio in here better than I could even in the kitchen at the old house. Lighting's consistent here. I don't have to play when I was filming at the old house, I filmed in the kitchen and I could only film at certain times. It was either too dark or too bright. I control all the light in here. I have it set up so that all the lighting in here is set until it gets so dark that I can't use, that it gets too dark to do it. So I'm able to film whenever I want, which I'm going to try and film some today. Yeah. Yeah, that storm that blew through. We had tornadoes. That was one of those weird storms that blew through. We actually had tornadoes here in San Diego, which I had never heard of. I have a light. I don't need an O light. I have a ring light that sits right here. You guys saw it in the live feed. I used it. That's what I was lighting myself with, was the O light, or the ring light. I mean, O light. I have a ring light that's right there. My daughter tried to wear that. They sent me two. They sent me a small one and they sent me a large one. And I was like, well, if I can get one for my daughter, she'd probably like it too. It'd be something cool. I had no idea how massive and heavy these were. That's my daughter's necklace that they sent. And she's like, it's just too heavy, Dad. It's cool, but don't. Hey, okay, so guys, if you're going to go to Olight, use my affiliate link down below. Is American steel superior to Japanese steel? Depends on what steel. Japan has different formulations of steel. Different formulations of steel that they use, that they hold. Try Hitachi blue steel, Hitachi. I think there's Hitachi gold, and there's all kinds of steels that different companies, VG10, and things like that. Those are done by different companies and things like that. So it just depends. I like 20CV. That's an American steel. So M390, not an American steel. It's made by Böhler Udelholm in Europe. N690, Böhler Udelholm. 204P is an American. I think that's Carpenter. It's nice down here. It's nice and quiet. Damasteel is made by Damasteel in Europe. So is RWL34. I like LMAX. LMAX is a really good steel. LMAX always was a good steel. There was a couple things that happened that got it. It had some issues. Some companies had issues with heat treat and not necessarily heat treat, but the grinding. And so everybody assumed it was a heat treat issue. It really wasn't. What it was a lot of companies were just grinding it too hot at the edge. It's really sensitive to heat. Yeah, Hitachi white, Hitachi blue. Those are all really good steels. VG10 is a really good steel for kitchen knives. You can't go wrong with VG10 in a kitchen knife. But it just depends. And then there's companies that have duplicated some of the formulas close. You know what I mean? I just never got a Tundra from Bark River at LMAX. Yeah, if you get a good knife in LMAX, yeah, SM100 does suck in a flipper. It's because it's majority titanium and it galls. Laren, Thomas Rhythm, it seems like a pretty good solid balanced all over. That's what I've been hearing. I was talking with Big Brown Bear. He might send me a blank to mess around with. Oh, you got, ooh, Jared. Oh my. Oh my. I believe I sharpened that. I sharpened, I think there's only 2 of those. Nope. Don't like Spyderco's that much, bro. I have 2 Spyderco's. Actually, I have 3 because I have a little ladybug one. I have the one that looks like the Endura, but it's just a tiny little slip joint. I have that. Yeah, it's like that. That's. Did you get the one that Pip had? So I will be looking forward to your next fixed blade. Well, which one? I just remember there was a lot of alcohol got consumed during that live feed. I'm curious which one. Are you talking about the sea snake? If you choose 1 or 2 nice, we don't talk about that because that gets into that's another one. So we got to remove that one. Sorry, we don't talk about that because then that becomes flag worthy, and they look for any chance. Metal Complex has had his channel demonetized twice because of certain things. That'd be something that you might want to catch me on like an Instagram live feed, and we could talk about that. But they will take my feed down. They'll take my live feed down for that, or they'll demonetize it, and then give me a community strike. Because then you're talking. You go from now you've taken a tool and put it in a role for self-defense, and then that becomes iffy. My stonefish is the one they paid me out before the run sold. The sea snake is still in constant production. This is the one that they. Are you talking about the one I'm making? I haven't even put a thing to it. I haven't even finished surface. I think I got it surface ground, actually. I did the other day. I just have to do. Yeah, I've got the blank right here. I just have to do some cleanup. I tested it. It's flat and ground. It's just got still some mill scale on it. I think I can take care of that on a Scotch-Brite. There is a low spot here that I've got to get rectified. And so I'm just going to get my grinder set up. But every time I get ready to do it, we keep getting rain notifications. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it on my magnet here, and I do it by hand. I don't have a way to do it. So I get it nice and flat up against the plat and run it up and down, and I'll just clean up all that mill scale, make sure it's good and flat. What'd I miss? Greg said something. Well, hey, here's the deal. There is a link down below to both the black coated version and just the regular black handled one. But like I said, if you go in and you don't find exactly what you're looking for, if I remember right, Jared said something about it, and then I also read about it. If you continue to browse, you're still using my affiliate link, I believe. I have a black coat. Hang on, I'm trying to find the black coated version. Hang on. Oh, let's see here. So I put a link to what seems to be the most popular one. Oh, where's the other one? There's a link for the black one, and then there's a link for the black one that's coated, which I can't find. I have it. I own it. I have one. Purchased it with my own cash. I'm still here, guys. I'm just looking around. I have so many freaking knives that I just can't find everything when I want to show something. I gotta dig around for it. Here, bring you guys with me. See what I'm doing. This is all video and knifing stuff. And, oh, there's my. These are great for contouring handles. I bought another set of them. I couldn't find the other ones. There it is. There's a link to both the black handle. I'm working on it. Or what? Are the scales Loctited? I don't know what you mean. Oh, screwed on. They just come off so you can clean under them. So this is the prototype Spitfire. And then this is a black DL or a black PVD coated. And I mean, everything's coated. It's all murdered out. So the new ones don't come with chain. I like this better. This does not make any noise if you happen to be wanting. And then you can use this. You can actually lash this to your belt with the cord as opposed to this one that has the beaded chain. So, or if you go in and look, because it doesn't come with it, but you can get the soft loops, which is my preferred method to carry. This is the one I carry all the time. I'm saving the black one because this is a prototype. This has never been used. This went out to review. This is the one that Jared had. This is the one that Metal Complex had. This is the one that Zach had. This is the one I've been carrying. And the reason I carry this one is because I've been doing all the edge testing. And I'm still a fan of the ARRPM9. I have not really had any problems. It gets a lot of use. It probably needs a sharpening. That's what I'm saying. So if you look in the description below, there's a link to it down below, along with, like I said, most of the tools I use, the lubricants that I use, the cleaner that I use. I use this a lot of times on stuff. This is Touch of Purple. It's really good for cleaning stuff that's been anodized and stuff like that. This does really well cleaning glass and things like that. But this is something that you only can get. I've only ever really seen it at the county. I know they have a website, touchofpurple.com. But like to buy it, you can get it there. But like I have 2 other big bottles of it and I still haven't used all of this. This is just my little spray bottle that I have here for cleaning off my glass and cleaning stuff like that. But yeah, it was thought of to just be a small daily carry fixed blade utility knife. I may or may not know of things like that. I do believe we're working on maybe doing a exclusive, a couple of different exclusives that would be available only in certain places. I got 3. I had 4, but Jim Skelton, I like Jim, and I just like he was having all kinds of problems with his neck. And Knife Guy, you know, there's only so many things that you can do for a knife guy. And so just because he was feeling, I wasn't trying to get him to do a review or anything like that. I just sent him the green prototype, the one that I liked the least. I mean, I'm not gonna give him the one I like the most. I sent him the green prototype just as a gift with a, you know, hey, get well soon kind of thing. I think he posted it up on Instagram, but only 17 people here. It's not like that one the other night. I might do a live feed in the evening, but I do have a video that's going up tonight, guys, at 4 p.m. Sweet. 4 p.m. there's a video that goes up 4 p.m. my time, so that'd be like 7 p.m. for you guys on the East Coast, and then if you're in the middle, you can just figure it out. But 4 p.m. my time, a video goes up, and it's the cold steel video that I shot, and so I'm hoping everybody's gonna watch that. The RPM9 does strap up great, and if you strap it on newspaper, it's great on newsprint magazine paper. You can strap it on that. I don't have any newspaper. My wife, I was looking around, I was like, where'd all that newspaper go that we packed the stuff with? And she's like, oh, I threw it away. I was like, but that wasn't just for packing stuff. I used that for packing knives for, God damn it. So anytime you guys, like I had boxes of stuff because at one point we were getting ready to move. What? what the stonefish needed, a small part from the dot sheath. Was the one you sent off, a one-off, or no? It should have came just with the clip and screwed on, and that was it. You just screwed it on, and then you folded it down, and then you could carry it horizontal. It was just one piece. The only thing you needed was the screws. It should have all been together. I don't even use anything. I just tuck this in my waistband. I just tuck the sheath into my waistband like that at an angle. So I don't even use a loop on this. So when I stand up, I just stick it in my waistband to there. It won't go down any further, and then if I need it, I just pull it out and then I just kick it over a little bit. That's so 15 people here. I was really hoping that we'd be able to keep that going where we got so many people in on another one. I don't want to design a folder. There's too much math and shit that goes into it, and that's the thing. Like, I do knives that I enjoy. If I was to sit down and come up with doing the math on the thickness and the bearings and the lockup and all that stuff, it would take any of the fun out of it, and I don't want to do that. It's fun. All the crap that, because here's the deal. A fixed blade just has to look straight. A folding knife has to be straight. Newspaper's great. Just newspaper and water is great for cleaning glass. We used to just use sprayed. We used to just get the deionized water out of the desalination plant, off the still, the triple distilled water. We used it in car batteries, or the car batteries for certain pieces of equipment on the ship. But we'd also fill up a jug of it and use it in a spray bottle just with some newspaper, and just take it, crumple newspaper, spray distilled water on the mirrors and any of the glass, and just wipe it down like that. It was the best. I do. If you want one, I have two of them. I have one that's a satin and one that's a fine stone wash. Which reminds me, guys, we're coming up. If you're a top tier member, if you're a premium tier member, one of them that I'm giving away, and with it's going to come up with a note on where I recommend the sheath. If you want leather, I can put you in touch with the guy that can do leather, and you can just tell him what kind of sheath you want. And if you want Kydex, I'll put you in touch with a guy, Crush City Customs, that did all the Kydex work on them for me. Any way you could do what you did to Bob's for me? No, not right now. I have no way of doing the ceramic coating. And the fact is that that one was made to be like that. Once they're done like that, I can't go back. It's really hard for me to go back and redo that way, because it's already been sharpened. The edge profile's been set. If I was to do that, I would have to tumble it. So what I did was I ceramic and tumbled it before I ground the edge. If I do that, I'm gonna basically have to, I would basically have to regrind that forward. I'd have to regrind the edge, because the tumble is going to dink up the tip because it tumbles in the stone. It would just wreck it. So I usually do all that finishing. Email me. What was it somebody was asking? Oh wait, I gotta plug that in. You ever do bluing on a knife? No, because the stuff that I use is high stainless. It's not high carbon stainless. You can't blue the steels that I'm using. It just won't take it. The stainless steel won't take it. It's not got enough carbon to react properly. You'll just get a light discoloration. It wouldn't be like what you're thinking. I did do a knife in Alabama Damascus one time, and I did it with the hot chemical bluing. Not cold blued. I did like bluing like you see on case hardening almost. Do you ever do To make? No. I don't make kitchen knives. There's just, you got to get them so thin, and, you know, that's just, they're kind of one dimensional. Like a kitchen knife is a kitchen knife is a kitchen knife is a kitchen knife. So, I mean, the steel didn't separate, it warped. No, Alabama Damascus. It's what they call it. It's because these guys on the East Coast, they're down in Alabama area, they're doing all this hand hammered Damascus, and it's just, well, if you want a stonefish, what did you say is calling your name? If you want that stonefish, get in touch with me, because I was just gonna do this my way and then try and sell it. But if you have options you want, we could figure it out, and I could get up to the, you know, I could get a hold of the material, the handle material you want. And now, I mean, I'm really limited on finish. I really, really am limited on finish. I have no way of blasting and tumbling and things right now. So it might be a long, drawn out ordeal until I can get up to Elliot's and use some of his equipment up there. I'd have to blast and tumble. I can't do ceramic. These are too big to do ceramic on, because the fact is you have to submerge it. And with the bigger the knife, the harder it is to get it a consistent coat, because they are larger and thicker. And so the way the electricity, you know, goes through it, from, because it's only contacting at one point, you know, you don't get a good consistent, and then it's too big to hang up and bake. So I can't ceramic coat them. What I usually do is I just do, I don't even do satin. Satin scratches too much. I like just to do a straight up stone wash. Blast and tumble stone wash. It's a good worker finish. It holds up real well. It doesn't scratch as easy. This is a good bit more shiny than what I usually do. What I usually do is, oh, I have one that demonstrates it. Hang on. Because I use this so much, this blade has just a blast and tumble finish. And it doesn't show scratches right here. We'll turn this around so you can see it. So the finish on this is just a blast and then like a 15-minute tumble on my end tack. So, but you can see it's just a good, okay, let me tell you why. I'll tell you why I don't like acid wash. Because you've degraded the blade. You've started a chemical reaction that, even if you try to neutralize it, now it's going to try to oxidize on its own. You force oxidize it, and you wind up with issues. I just don't like the way an acid wash looks. I don't like an acid wash's look, texture, the way it cuts. It has a tendency to drag more. It's got more surface. The surface has been opened up more. It's got more friction. I, as a matter of fact, this was an acid wash blade, and I tumbled the shit out of it just to get rid of the acid wash. So I tumbled this for about an hour just to get rid of the acid wash, because I didn't like it. And now it cuts way better. It's got more of a consistent, softer surface finish. It's not as open. There's not as much surface area that's been exposed and things like that. So a lot of people are like, oh, can you acid wash? I was like, no, I refuse to. I won't do it, because I think it ruins knives. It damages knives irreparably. I really don't have a take on that. I really don't care. It's kind of the same thing. I really just think that it's gonna patina on its own. Like, that's like the thing with this people want this instant gratification of I was like, whoa, like these people that justify clones because these are expensive. Well, you save. Well, I don't. Who's gonna have that much money? I saved for years, and until I had enough to get one, right? And I had the money, and then I was like, well, times are tight right now. I don't think I can justify spending that. Even, what happens if one of the cars break down? I've got that money available. And so I held off until we sold the house. Once we sold the house and I had that windfall, I was like, okay, I feel comfortable getting something for myself. I feel the same way about force patina. This did not get a force patina. This got its patina from use. This is a custom made bit driver. This is a Burger Customs. This is a Greg Burger. And it's a custom made bit driver, and it was expensive. I'm not gonna lie, but at the time I was making a lot of money. I've had this for a long time, and ooh, it it has acquired its own patina. I just let it do it. It just gets used. So the wife really, I think what we did was we got my daughter new skate blades. That's one of the things we did. My wife really is, I'm gonna tell you right now, we have so much stuff here that my wife has purchased over the years and just squirreled away and saved, and that she's like, there's nothing I need. I did. She got a really nice warm coat for the ice rink. She takes my daughter ice skating all the time. She got that, and I mean, she got a few $100s worth of stuff that she had been putting off. She got new shoes. She got a couple pairs of new shoes. She got some new clothes and stuff that we basically just put off for a while. But I'm usually the one that sacrifices and doesn't get anything, so that they can have things, because I know that I'm not making the money I should be making, and so I'm the one that sacrifices, and I usually don't get things. Like most of the stuff that you guys have seen that has come in that is new, I either got so cheap that I just couldn't pass it up, or it was gifted to me on the channel. And I have made a decision. I was on the fence about this for a while. I do believe that this is going to be a giveaway. As much as I love this knife, I never carry it. So we're going to give, I do believe, I have not made a 100% decision on this. We may be giving away the Krag. I'm going to put a link to this as well. It seems like a pretty popular knife. I'm going to put a link to this on Amazon, an affiliate link to it. So if you guys do like this knife, I should do that with a bunch of the artisan knives that I've reviewed. Other than knives, you're a carpenter, right? I don't know what you mean. I worked construction. Is that what we're talking about? Well, my wife did buy a purse, and here's the thing: like they're going to Japan. No, I wasn't. I worked construction. I wasn't a carpenter. I mean, I do some woodworking stuff. Like we built these shelves and stuff. But no, I did not get it on Blade Forums. I got it. I don't know if I want to tell you where I got it. I'll tell you where I got it. I got it from Arizona Custom Knives. I found it on Arizona Custom Knives. And it wasn't so much I couldn't find it anywhere. I wanted the reverse honeycomb pattern. That's my favorite of them. And I couldn't find one anywhere. I had people looking for one for me when I made the decision. And then it came up on Arizona Custom Knives, and I got one. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, the kitchen knife that I would recommend, because I'm not going to make one, the kitchen knife I would recommend is the Mattia Barani Bowie Chef. It is a great kitchen knife. I use it all the time. As a matter of fact, it's replaced pretty much all my other kitchen knives. And I have a lot of kitchen knives. As you can see, there are a lot of kitchen knives here, and this is this Bowie Chef that my wife keeps putting back upside down. Is probably the best one. And I keep it like this so that it doesn't rub on the wood, so it doesn't get dull. But yeah, I have a lot of kitchen knives, and I only use one. The Mattia Barani Bowie Chef. There you go. MattiaBorrani. I believe that I have an affiliate link through them too. I should put that up too. Arizona Custom Knives. Okay, here's the thing. I've talked to the guys there. They seem okay. But there have been times that people have. No, Mattia Brownie is not in Florida. Absolutely not in Florida. They are literally 6 hours up the road from here. I did a video. I went up to their shop. It's Mark Begg and Mattia Brownie Cutlery. Come on. Hey, holy crap! Then my Wi-Fi kicked off. So what did I miss while I was away? I apologize. I was having some technical difficulties this morning. So found it. Yeah, Mattia Brownie Cutlery is up in Petaluma, California. So, guys, I don't know how many of you guys know this. I would hope. I got a couple emails. Um, I'm going to start doing something. I'm going to do something. I'm going to make the announcement probably later today. I will do it as a short, not as a live feed. I'm going to do a summer sale where anything you send me to any grit, as long as it's not a Tonto, a recurve, or a recurve Tonto. So like if we're looking at like the Norseman, I can't do those on sale price just because of the fact that they are difficult, they're time consuming, and they are hazardous, and I cut myself every time I sharpen a knife like this. Because the fact is, recurves and everything, I have to use these stones to sharpen, and I cut every time. I cut myself every time I do one. I've cut myself pretty bad a couple times. That's why I don't recommend that you guys do that. And most of it was just because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. It has nothing to do with that it's a hazardous way to do it. It was 100% my own fault. I got a little bit complacent, as we used to say in the military. Complacency kills. And I'll get complacent and I'll cut myself. I'll get distracted, and the stone will roll and slip. So, so basically, what I'm going to tell you is, every knife to any grit, with the exception of Tontos, recurves, or recurve Tontos, and Tontos are because I have to do two separate edges. I'm going to do them all at $25 to any grit. Have you thought about making a riser? I have, and I just haven't come up with a way that it's comfortable. I was working on trying to build a hand grip thing that would put the stone in a fashion where you could hold on to it, and I just couldn't make it work. It just never was comfortable. And the thing was, I didn't get the feedback from the stone. Like, I can feel the interface between the stone and the knife. The same reason that people are like, you should wear one of those Kevlar gloves. I've got a pair of those cut-proof gloves, the cut-proof Kevlar, they're called turtle skin gloves. I've got a pair. I can't do it because I can't feel that interface. I just can't feel the interface between the stone and the knife the way I want, and it screws it up, and I just can't do it. So I mean, I live with cutting myself occasionally. I haven't cut myself really bad for a while. This one was that was a pretty good one. It was on a kitchen knife. It probably needed a couple stitches, but I washed it out real good and then super glued it shut. I couldn't get all the grit out. I was on like a 600 grit Waterstone, and so all the slurry and all the gunk and all the nasty got in my finger, and it just wouldn't wash out. I tried and couldn't get it all washed out. So I have a nice little permanent black line on my finger because it was a good one. But yeah, it's one of those things, like, I thought about it and I thought it might be a good idea, but there's just no real good way to do it. So, well, I don't, bro. I mean, you've seen my videos. You've watched for a while. You know, I don't watch this. Like, people are like, you don't even look at the stone. Like, I'm looking at the camera. I'm watching a video, or I'm watching TV. I'm doing it by sound. I have found that if I get to where I'm watching it, I screw it up. I have to just allow myself just to do it and not think about it. That's why people are like,
well, you should really be able to teach somebody pretty easily. I was like, no, because I've reached that point where like I forgot what it's like to have to think about what I'm doing when I'm sharpening. It's become a thoughtless process. It's something that you try to do in martial arts. It's called the thoughtless mind. You allow your body just to take over and do what it knows how to do. And I do that when I'm sharpening. And my buddy Tino was like, I can't. He's like, I just can't watch when you do that. He's like, you're not even looking. You're like watching a movie and looking around and talking to people on a live feed. He's like, and I just watch, and he's like, I can't watch you do it in person. He's like, because I can see every time. He's like, that stone is only that thick, and you've got it in your hand. And he's like, it's just coming past your thumb every. And you just like the old Ernest Goes to Camp. Like you slide the knife down the stone into the meaty part of the hand. If you guys watch that, he was trying to teach kids how to sharpen knives and cut himself pretty good. That's what he always envisions. So I have a lot of knives out here on this table, and I'm thinking about doing a video. And I think I'm gonna take one out of fucking Jared's playbook. As much as I told him I don't enjoy them like I like his other videos, but he does five fast knife reviews. I may do that today and see what that's like. But I also have other stuff I got to shoot. I got a couple first impressions videos I need to shoot, and I have a bunch of emails I have to send. There's a contract that popped up overnight that I'm waiting until 8:30 or 9. Yeah, well, I mean, I've just, like I said, I've done it that way so long and so many times. I just can't not do it that way. Like somebody told me, it's like, oh, we put the stone down and you could get a better control, like Jared does. Like on the bench, I can't do it that way. I can't sharpen that way. I tried, I will screw it up. I do have a couple knives I have done that way, strictly because of. Oh, I took a folding knife. I can't remember. Okay. I don't like taking button locks apart. They can be a pain in the ass. It's not that they're difficult. It's just these were not meant for detail work, and so it gets to be a pain in the tuchus. Um, I forget what I was getting ready to say. I forget. Oh, I did a folding knife that had a Scandi. It was a Scandi Tonto. I did one for a kid, and he wanted me to reprofile the entire Scandi edge, and it was very badly ground. Um, and I took it as good as I could, and it got nightmarish sharp. But I did that, and I turned it into a convex. I turned that into a convex Scandi, and he really really liked it, and it cuts really well. And the last time I talked to him, he said that it was still sharp. Scandis stay sharp real well because there's a lot of material behind that edge to support it. I can't find my Mora, my little Scandi ground Mora. I can't find it, and I don't know what I did with it. It's here somewhere, but I wanted to get it out for a video, and I cannot find it. I went through all the stuff that's here in the cupboard. I went through all the stuff that's in my. I have a box. You guys see something? We're talking about how many knives I have, right? So you guys know, you saw that there's a ton of knives in here. I have my case here. I have all the stuff that's always up here, and it's a mess because this weekend we drank at my filming station, at workstation. But if you were to come into the house and into the bathroom, oh, the dog tore a toy apart. And you come into this bathroom in here, this nice little downstairs half bath. That's all knives. That's all knives. That's all knives. And that is sword bags. So those are all, everything on this top shelf with the exception of that and that is knives. These are all fixed blades. This is all knives. That is full of, actually, I'm sorry, that's Olights. That's full of Olight stuff. Everything in here is Olights and chargers. But that is just a milk crate full of fixed blade knives. I still have a box of knives in the garage. A cardboard box. It hasn't even been opened yet. That's just, like, I have literally hundreds of knives. And I've done a real good job. I promised my wife when we moved to this place, I'm not going to have, there are only knives. There's knives on my, I'm sorry, there's knives on my dresser. But like you couldn't, I know I went through it. I went through all that stuff. I couldn't find the Mora. It got, it got put in a different box. And I think it's in this corner over here. I think it's in, or it, I think it's in underneath some of this stuff. Sorry about that. What I was saying is affiliate links and everything down, but my connection keeps dropping off. I don't know what's going on. You're probably noticing it's getting bad. So affiliate links and everything down below. If you guys want to use those affiliate links to try and find items that I use on a daily basis that I recommend. I told you guys I would promised I would get it figured out and do it. So there you go. So all my affiliate link and stuff down there. If you need flashlights, Olight. Survival Frog has a bunch of good stuff. They have some chargers, hand warmers, stuff like that. Survival Frog's actually a pretty cool company. They have some interesting stuff. They have like a fold out solar panel. It's not like one of those small like lit mobile garbage things. This is like an actual, you fold it out and it's like a solar panel to run stuff on and things like that. You have 5 of the hand warmers. Did you get them through my affiliate link? Because if you didn't, I didn't get paid for them. Damn it. But yeah, it's, I got all that stuff built. So there is an affiliate links list down below. Tools, knives. I'll put a couple more, like I'm going to start, I'll just put like the artisan knives that I know are on Amazon. I'll put a list of those, like the ones that I have, the Centros, the Rhea, the CJRB Rhea stuff, or CJRB artisan stuff. And I'll just put all that stuff. I'm going to keep populating that. So, what's down there now is not like I've even changed it from, I did a post on the community tab, so you had access to it too. I've added things to it since I put that up. I was going through it last night and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to use this and I wanted to put this in. And then I had a stubby bit driver that's just a screwdriver. And I realized I didn't have like an actual bit driver like the one I used. I found one of those. I put the Torx bits in there. They're security Torx. I like to use the security Torx because they're multi-purpose. If you use you can use them on electronics and on knives because they are set for sets. I take my PlayStation 4 apart and clean it like occasionally. I took my PS3 apart the other day and cleaned it. They're great for stuff that security Torx are great because companies try to keep you from doing what you want, but I've got a link to a set that has the long ones and the short ones all in one. There's a toolkit in there that's a hex driver with a ratcheting thing and all kinds of stuff. Just all the tools that I thought were cool as I was going through. I was like, oh, that's a good one. Put that in there. So. Guys, I gotta get off of here. I love you all. Take it easy. The wife and kid will be back soon. Bye. Oh, one other thing. Don't forget. Super chats. That was cool. I appreciate all the super chats. If you guys feel like doing super chats, you don't have to do it right now. But drop a super chat if you want because that was cool. That was fun. I'm going to get a bell. I am going to get a bell. So I'll talk to you guys later.